How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So as you may or may not know, I am a consignment center and I run auctions and have a marketplace and everything like that. So many times people like you will send in stuff to us to put in one of our featured auctions or our weekly auctions. But what happens exactly to those books that you send in? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of what happens to your comic books when they get sent to me. I'll break down everything and you can see the exact process. And as you guys know, we have open consignments all the time. Feel free to send us. We are only 5%, that's right, 5% lowest by far in the industry. And let's see exactly how this all comes about. Okay, let's start at the beginning. So here we get the packages in. As you can see, I get quite a lot of packages. I've already opened some, and there are my helpers. I can't do it alone. That is Frankie right there, and the black one is Quinn over there. And yeah, so this is what happens. People send in their consignments, and they get piled up, and then I have to start going through them all. And of course, they want to hang out, and they're ready to work. So first, got to open them up, see what I get inside. I have people fill out the form online. Got a Hulk 181 there. And then I make sure that everything is there. Go through, check through. Okay, and then I basically put them away. Going box through box. Obviously, there's tons to go through. I never know what I'm going to open, so it's always kind of fun to see what I get in. Make sure that's all there. Count the orders and the books, and I put them away in a box. So it's kind of interesting every time. It's just like a new package. What's inside the box? What am I going to see? A lot of times I'll see things for the very first time I've never seen before in my life. And so that is always fun to open packages. Kind of like Christmas, I guess, but non-stop opening packages all day long. So not like Christmas. So as you can see, I count each book, make sure they're all there so I know when people send in stuff, what they got in. So in case someone's missing a book, sometimes I have to email them, like, hey, this book wasn't included. Did you purposely do that? Which happens from time to time. There's my little guard dog over there barking at any intruder that comes along the ways to notify me when someone's coming in. As you can see, I get all different shapes and sizes of boxes that I have to go through. Some packed very well, some packed not so well at all, and sometimes damage happens to the books. So then after I count them and make sure that they're all there, I then put them away in these boxes where then I'll file them away later to re-go through again, as you'll see a little bit in this video. So then I have this whole wall of boxes that I pull from. They all numbered, so I know what boxes belong to what books, and I know where to get them. And then after I fill up the boxes with the comics, I then put them away where they need to be. From then they'll go into the next phase. So this is someone's order I just got in. As you can see, got some cool books that I just thought I'd show off. Very fun stuff. And obviously my workers are now taking a break as they are very tired from working very, very hard all day long. And you guys might remember that from one video. And then one of the joys of working how I do is I get to play with my dogs, and this dog Quinn, literally this is all she wants to do all day, every single day. Just throw this gross ball, and then she goes and gets it. Sometimes some people come and drop off books, and so I'll take people's consignments that way if they are in the area and they don't want to pay for shipping. So we take other people's books. So then after I've opened all the packages, now I have to check for cracked cases. Some people ship very well, other people not so much, and so sometimes damage can happen, and also sometimes damage happens before they ever ship it. So I don't know if it's in the process or if it was cracked before they even mailed it out to me, but I have to check to make sure there's no damage, and then I'll write it down if there is any damage on the cracked book. So at least it'll be notated in the listing. Many listings, if the book is valuable enough, that it's worth sending back, I will then reach out to the owner of the book and ask them if they want to recase it. But in that case, it's going to cost a lot of extra money and a lot of extra time, and usually won't make it back in time for the featured auction, as this is what this auction is. We also do weekly auctions as well, which is a faster turnaround time, usually just a couple weeks, as opposed to our featured auction, which is every 3 months. So then after I write everything down, I notate it, and then it's off to be pictured in a little bit. I'll write down the box number that it belongs to, and then start on the next box. Just going through, making sure that there are no crack cases. If there is one, definitely write that down and notate it in the listing itself. And you see, as I mark or something, that's notating that there is a crack. And as you can see, this one is very much so damaged. So I'll write down different severities of damage, if it's just a minor little crack or if it's a massive crack. Now, in case of raw comic books, I have to look at each one, write down the grade, check for pages, check for restoration, do all the page counting, and then I, write in the grade, because I have to grade those myself. So as you can see, I'm basically checking the grade and checking the page count, make sure everything's all there, make sure there's no restoration whatsoever. And then in the case of lots, I then count them all up and I will put them into a lot. I pre-select the lots ahead of time. Some consigners will ask and request certain lot sizes. If not, then I put them into ones that make sense, that go with each other, because sometimes books are too cheap to sell on their own, and with our fees, it just doesn't make any sense. So I will combine them into a lot that makes sense, so that saves the consignor some money on our fees. Sometimes I get cool books like this. This is the first Jim Lee art. He did the inking on that cover. Now, once all the boxes are gone through, now I have to basically throw everything away. So we have a dumpster near my office, and basically I take these outside and just toss them. It's kind of nice because before I used to have to break down the boxes. Now there's such a huge dumpster and it's always getting emptied that I never have to break down any boxes. So that saves me a ton of time to basically had to break these down before. And now I can just throw them pretty much as is, which is very nice. So now it's picture time. So after I've gone through everything, thrown everything away, now I pretty much have to take pictures of everything, all the books. I put on our sticker. A lot of people have complained of other companies' stickers that they are impossible to remove. We purposely have made our stickers very easy to remove. It's super easy. See how easy that was? It takes no time whatsoever. Basically, a child could do it, and it leaves no residue. That is the biggest thing. I know other companies will put on stickers, and you pull them off, and it not only is it hard, but it leaves all this sticky residue. Ours leaves no residue whatsoever. They're super easy to tear off. So some people are very particular about not having any stickers or anything on their books, but we do this. This is our marketing to let you know that you're buying from Collectors Comics, and we are of quality. But some people, if they choose not to leave that sticker on, they can always just take it off with ease without leaving any residue. So it makes it pretty easy. Generally takes a very long time to take pictures, doing a front and back picture. And then we'll have anywhere for a featured auction, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 listings. And then right after that, after the pictures are done, now it's time to input all those cracked cases. I have to make notes of, add in the pictures, fill out the forms, everything like that. Make sure everyone's consignment is all there. Then I file everything as a backup and write any information down. So such as like, whether it's a variant, things like that. If it's like a lot, I'll have to fill out all the information, all the books that are in that lot, add in every grade that's there, things like that. And so basically that's like the last phase, is inputting it all into the system and then inputting it into, we have a backup. so we know what's going on and where they belong to. And there's my dogs sleeping. That's the process. I hope you like that kind of behind the scenes. Again, we are always accepting consignments. We are only 5%. We also have a cap. So most places, if you sell like a Fantasy 15 or an Action 1, they'll have their full amount. We cap it. So anything over $10,000 will be the same $500 fee for us. So we sold a couple Amazing Fantasy 15s in our last featured auction, and it was capped at only $500 fee for those consigners. And we also got really good prices. We ended up pretty much beating out all the other auction houses like Heritage, things like that, for the exact same book sold at the exact same time. So yeah, we get really good prices, and we're basically the cheapest around. And this is the kind of behind the scenes on how it all happens. So you can see what happens to your book. We do weekly auctions, and we do featured auctions for better stuff, and weekly auctions if you just want a faster turnaround time and get paid quicker. That's it. Have a great day.